Our classrooms are blended with typical and challenged children. A third of the children in the class have some type of challenge. We serve children with all types of disabilities.
The higher needs the children are, the more unique our service is in blending those children into an environment where they get to enjoy class just like any other child does.
The children with challenges receive physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech therapy, and then they spend the rest of their day blended with typical children, and it is a marvelous combination. We have been in Broomfield since 1963, 47 years of service to children. The parents back in 1963, if their children had disabilities, did not have an option to send their children to public school, so they were quite enterprising. They gathered other little children from the community who were also children with disabilities and started meeting in their homes. Eventually they outgrew that space, and Bal Swan came to them and said, "I'd like to build you a building. You design it, I'll build it, and it's to be a gift." So we moved into our beautiful facility in November of 1972. We have wonderful support from the Broomfield community, not only from the businesses, from the city of Broomfield, but an amazing group of volunteers that come in and help us in the classroom and with the therapy.
I'd like Bal Swan to continue to become a hub for early childhood education. I want our organization to be one of the leanest, most well-run nonprofits in the state, which means that as many dollars as we can get through fundraising and through our own volition, through our own tuition and fees, those dollars would be able to go back to our children and family and services and the creative options that we've always done for the last 47 years of our school. We've got so many resources and such large support that it's important for our organization to take that lead role so all children get that high quality education and loving environment that Bal Swan gives to its families and children. The thing that I think is the biggest, the most high level importance that Bal Swan supplies for our community is that our children and families, once they graduate from Bal Swan, they are ready to make a sustained and lasting impact on humanity.
One of my favorite stories is one morning we had a child newly enrolled who had operated a motorized wheelchair. And so as he moved into the classroom, all of the children were just stunned and they were so interested. And one of the little typical boys went over to him and said, "Why don't you walk?" He said, "My legs don't work." And he said, "Well, the reason I asked is I surely would like to know how your wheelchair works, and would you let me try it?" So the teacher stopped what she was doing. The little boy demonstrated the use of the wheelchair. The children were big-eyed and so excited, and then they all got to try it. The mother of the child in the wheelchair was standing there with tears in her eyes, and I went over and apologized to her and said, "Oh, I'm sorry if this is upsetting you." She said, "Upsetting me? This is wonderful. He feels like a star. I never expected for him to have that opportunity." She said, "This confirms this is the place for us."